Hello everyone, Wade from High Tech Legion here, and I don't know about you, but I definitely like to have my peripherals perfectly matched to my play style or what I'm doing for tasks and things like that. So in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Cougar 200K keyboard. This is a rubber membrane type keyboard. It uses a scissor switch type for the actuation. Now I myself tend to stick with the mechanical keyboards and usually like the brown switches because they're a little quieter, but they still have the feedback and stuff like that. What comes in this box though is the scissor style keyboard with a rubber membrane, but it is a budget keyboard. It's only $29.99, so that's something to consider, where the most mechanical keyboards are upwards of $80 to $100. So definitely consider that price point when we're looking at this product. What comes in the box is a simple little quick user manual and the keyboard itself. I happen to have this plugged into a laptop right now just so you can see some of the lighting, and we're going to take a closer look at the keyboard itself, and I'll show you a little bit more about it and what functionality it has. So here we have a closer look at the keyboard itself. One of the things that you're going to notice is that it's a slightly non-standard layout. We have a lighting button here and a function key here in between the control and the alt on the right side, and a slightly non-standard enter key layout. So that was a little bit difficult for me to get used to when typing because I touch type. But the function key works beautifully because you have all these multimedia keys on the top here, that the function key will give you access to many functions like volume controls, mute, and getting into certain programs for your web browsing. You also have a Windows lockout key. So the Windows lockout key, you would hold the function and press this Windows key and it'll turn the Windows lockout key light on here. Really great feature for the gamers out there, because I don't know about you, but I've definitely hit that key by accident when gaming and it always pisses me off. So the other thing that you have functionality with here is for the lighting. So you can change the color of the lighting on this. You also can change what the lighting does. So there's a breathing effect, which you can sort of see. It's cycling through the colors right now, but there's also another effect, a breathing effect, where it will just breathe on the one color that you choose. So this has 7 colors. You have orange, blue, a green, a purple, a little closer maybe you can see that a little bit better, and a teal, as well as a yellowish green and a lightly blue tinted blue light, or white light, and off. So your lighting can be off, or it can be colored. Now you also have brightness controls. So the function key controls the brightness controls up and down. There are 4 settings for the lighting. So off, dim, medium, and bright. So the bright is typically what I like to keep it on because it doesn't usually bother me in the dark. But if you're playing in the dark and you find that the lighting's too bright, you can adjust it down some. That's nice. The other thing I want to mention about this is it doesn't require any software to run. All the functionality of this is pretty much built right into the keyboard. So I kind of like that there's no software to mess around with this. That also means there's no macro functionality, of course, but it's a $29.99 keyboard. So that's kind of to be expected. Other than the non-standard layout, no big deal, and the keyboard works beautifully. It is a scissor style switch, so if I yank one of these keys off, you're going to see the scissor style switch, more similar to what you might see on a laptop. So it's got the scissor style switch and a rubber membrane underneath it. However, what that helps them do with this keyboard is keep it thin, keep it light, and also makes the actuation of the keys much faster. So if you're playing a fast-paced game, this is definitely something to consider. and you don't have nearly as much noise as you do with a mechanical keyboard. Again, for $29.99, this is definitely a great start, and if you don't really like mechanical keyboards, then this has some really nice features. So that's it for the 200K from Cougar keyboard. As I said, it is a budget gaming keyboard, so you have to keep that in mind when we're taking a look at the features. It does use the scissor type, which I did actually find allowed me to actuate the keys faster than my mechanical keyboard with brown switches on it. So that's something definitely interesting for if you're playing fast-paced games. This type of switch may actually work better for you. The two things that I found difficult with this were that the enter key is a non-standard layout on this. So when I was typing papers and things like that, I kept hitting some of the other keys instead of the enter key that I was looking for because I touch type. I've got the keyboard layout memorized of the typical keyboards that I use. So something that's easily adjustable to if you're using this keyboard every day. Your typing style will adjust pretty quickly, within a couple days I would even say. And the other thing was that the 19 key rollover is only on the typical gaming keys. So I did see a couple situations using the Aqua key test where it actually didn't respond to certain keys when I had a bunch of keys depressed. Not something that you're actually going to run into, I don't think, when you're gaming. I certainly didn't. I played Battlefield 4 Hardline and Grand Theft Auto 5 with this. Didn't have any issues with keys not responding. So what they've definitely done here is they've designed the keyboard with budget gamers in mind and tried to keep that price down. And one of the ways they did that was by making it so only the typical gaming keys are set up to be anti-ghosting. So keep that in mind, and I thought that was just some information that some of the more hardcore fans out there would definitely want to know about this, making their purchasing decision. Not something, again, that's going to actually affect you in real-time gaming or in writing or anything like that, because typically you're not going to be holding down all those keys at once. But the feature's there just in case. Also, I set the lighting to purple on this just for the ending scene here and left it on purple because that's Paul's favorite color, and you never know when you might need to know that. So anyways, that's the review of the Cougar 200K. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely stay tuned for more reviews on our YouTube channel, and please don't forget to subscribe. We would really appreciate that. And also subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook pages. Take care.